Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, today's adventure. I'm currently at home in Chicago, and we're heading off to New York, specifically Newark Airport, but only briefly. We're only going to be there for a little bit, and then we're actually heading back to Portugal. You guys remember the whole adventure to Portugal? If not, you should totally watch those videos. I did one on Porto, and I did one on Lisbon, and guess where we're going? Porto and Lisbon. Well, for one, the girlfriend lives out in Porto, but two, if you guys remember in the Lisbon video, I actually had a voiceover gig. Well, that actually wasn't completed in my time there, so I got to go back and finish that. So, multiple objectives. We'll see a couple of familiar faces. We'll get more food. We'll try to do more other things. We'll see what happens. It'll be fun. All right, it's time to go through security here. Obviously going to use the clear lane, which at O'Hare is down there by that giant sign that says United Bag Drop. As long as you have TSA pre-check and clear, you can get through this in like a matter of minutes. It's great. Well, this is amusing. As it would happen, my gate is once again B7, which is right beyond security. No problems at all. My gate is right there, but we have some time to kill, and the United Club Lounge is right over there. What do you think I'm gonna do? All right, so we're inside. We're gonna go get some food. We're gonna get some coffee. We'll use the bathroom. We'll just kind of relax for a little bit before we, of course, get on the mighty steel bird and head off to New York. Okay, so we are at Newark, and normally what I would do now is just hang out at the club lounge until the flight. But my buddy James is going to come get me, and we're going to go hang out and go get pizza and stuff. Then I'll come back to the airport. Hey, guess who's back? Back again.
Hello, hello, hello.
Jamesy's back. Tell my friends. Okay, that's, I don't know many music references, but you got that one out of me. Anyway, so we are now in Hoboken, New Jersey. Hoboken, New Jersey is very famous for a lot of things, right? What has Hoboken accomplished?
A lot of partying I've done here. That's about all I know.
All right, well that'll have to suffice. Obviously, we're very near to New York, but we are technically in New Jersey, and we've got a pizza recommendation. We're going to a place I think is pronounced Tony Baloney's, which sounds like Oscar Mayer would have come up with it, but no, apparently it's quite good. It's actually a recommendation that comes from Candace, who you guys would have seen in the previous video. She's the one who's out in Seattle. She's originally from here, and I was like, where do I go? What should I do? And she was like, Tony Baloney's in Hoboken. Let's see if it lives up.
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah, of course.
When was the last time you had pizza?
I was in New York City about 3 weeks ago, and we went to Uncle Paul's. Well, when I say we, it was just me, but it was before I was meeting up with a friend of mine, so.
You guys haven't seen it yet, but when we eventually do some sort of true New York City episode, not just like a cameo, Uncle Paul's Pizza. That is my go-to in Manhattan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my favorite.
It's also where I bring all of my friends who visit. It's like the unofficial pizza place for Shenmue meetups.
It's true. It's kind of become that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's hopefully Tony Baloney's is solid, though. All right, our pizza is ready to go. Now we got half basically like a margarita pizza, and half like, what was your half?
It was Great Con.
It was called like it's like a General Tso's chicken in form of pizza.
Yeah, it's like chicken, scallions, a bunch of other stuff.
I can't quite get. There we go. Yes, there you go, half and half, and smells great. You smell that?
Oh yeah.
It's awesome. So we just finished our pizza. What'd you think?
It was great. At first glance, it looked like, you know when there's a lot of stuff on top of a pizza that kind of has like a watery look to it? It looked like that, but nothing fell off of the slice when you were grabbing it, which was awesome. The con, if you ever come here, the one that they call the Great Con, I would say that the honey on it has a bit of heat to it. It's like halfway between honey and like a hot sauce, and that overpowers the flavor. But other than that, everything was great.
Yeah, I'm echoing his thoughts. I thought the margarita, which they don't call a margarita, but it is a margarita, was the better of the two. The con was good, but he's right about the spice. Like, I like spicy, and even that, it was like you're kind of starting to. It goes from beyond enjoyable into like annoying territory. That's where I was kind of with that after a little bit. So between the two, margarita. But that said, fantastic pizza place. Highly recommend it, especially if you're ever out in Hoboken. Definitely come over here. Thank you, Candace, for the recommendation, and I'm very glad we can make you very envious. Aren't you glad you could make her upset?
Thank you, Candace. I know you probably don't know me. We met when you had the virtual girl at NJ GamerCon.
You guys know each other. I know you know, Candace. I know you know. little PS I want to add. They have a craft soda machine in there, and I tried most of them. I didn't have the Diet Cola because, like, why would you do that? Why would you pretend like it's healthy? That's silly. But so yeah, I tried all the other. Shut up. I tried all the other ones, and they were all really good, except for the birch. I don't really like birch beer, so I don't really drink that. But the rest, really good cream soda, really good cherry soda, or black cherry cola. Their house cola was really good, and they have a really solid lemonade. Really like that. So I brought James a little package here. This is some stuff that has been amassed.
Yeah.
That is for him. This is the two primary things. You got 2 copies of Shenmue 3. Now, Shenmue 3, we're both big Shenmue fans. Shenmue is a video game franchise that we both love. And this one here is the Brazilian edition, and this is the Hong Kong edition, because we're both super collectors. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm happy I could bring that stuff for you.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No
at first, I was like, did you actually pay this price? But that's Hong Kong dollars.
That is Hong Kong dollars.
Yeah, I was like, dude. Nice. Yeah, he brought me some extra stuff, too, but primarily I had him, because you had the ability to get these, and I was like, yeah, let me use you to get these.
Everyone uses me. I understand how it is. I know my purpose. So we're now headed to a place called Empire Coffee in Hoboken. It was recommended to us by some locals. James here really wanted coffee.
Yeah, so I pulled the Shenmue and I was like, excuse me, do you know where there's any coffee shops nearby?
And they were like, I'm sorry, ask someone else right now. I am busy. Maybe try down by the Empire Market. They have the coffee. We love Shenmue, but we do have to make fun of it. This is a cool looking place. Look at all this stuff. Graham cracker, creamy coconut, German chocolate, salted caramel, southern pecan. That's a lot of great stuff. If I was going to stay here longer, I would totally get into this. So James got a coffee. What'd you get?
Hazelnut with half and half and sugar.
Okay. Yeah, they had a lot of coffees, and this is going to sound weird. I didn't want coffee right now.
Yeah, I was like, Adam, we walked like 10 minutes here. You don't even want a coffee, man?
No, I'll get it at the airport.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like, you know how you leave coffee in a coffee pot for a while and it gets that burnt flavor?
No, I usually drink it quickly.
Yeah. Well, like if you have like a Mr. Coffee or something, you leave it in there on the heat plate, it gets like a burnt taste. This has none of that. It tastes so fresh.
I thought you were saying, oh man, it sounds just like it's burned.
Oh man,
it's so great. It tastes like crap. No, I'm glad it's not. That's
it's
good.
Pretty good. It was only $2 for this whole coffee.
Nice.
Which is not too bad for like gourmet coffee.
Our time with James here in New Jersey has ended. However, I am back at Newark Airport. I have to go to Portugal. Have to. Anyway, we're going to hit up the clear lane, get through, and get on the plane and get out of here. All right, I am through security. This time there actually was a little bit of a story. So I'm bringing a bunch of groceries in this bag to my girlfriend. And one of the things she really likes is like garlic salt. It's like a cooking type of, seasoning. Not that common over there. In fact, I don't think she can really get it. So I bought her a little jar of it. No big deal. O'Hare didn't care about it, but here they tested it for drugs because I thought they thought that's what it was. I'd never seen them do that before. So then you have to break the seal, open it up, and all that, and then they reseal it with like official TSA tape. No, it was a nothing, but it's funny to see.
None taken.
Okay, we've officially landed here in Porto, Portugal, and I am absolutely exhausted, but it's time we have to go clear customs. So here, as a reminder, if you've never been out to mainland Europe, we have to clear the Schengen zone customs. So once you enter Portugal, effectively you've entered every other country that participates in that program. Therefore, once you're inside the country, you can freely roam around in all the other countries. Now keep in mind when you're here, depending on what type of passport you have, you can go through special areas. As an American citizen, I'm, in this case, going to be going through the all passports section. They got their customs, no problems there. It took about 8 seconds. It was not busy at all. And the dude just looks at things like, how long are you here? 2 weeks. Why? Hang out with my girlfriend. Cool. That's it. All right, got the suitcase, which is all full of groceries. I got this little box that's full of groceries.
and I have my backpack, which has just a little bit of stuff for me. Anyway, so now I'm gonna head out. Of course, here is the entrance of OPO. If you ever are at OPO and you want to get an Uber, this is not a particularly big airport. There's a very specific Uber destination. Basically, just walk outside, go to the right, and down there, kind of where you see people huddle together in the center, that's pretty much where you have to go for the Uber, and they will pop up on the left over here. In general, Uber drivers typically speak English here, but obviously I can't guarantee that. When I'm with the girlfriend, it's not really a problem. In this case, still probably isn't a problem. Good morning. The adventure continues. We're gonna go do some grocery shopping and looking for stuff. I need shorts because I left them back in the States. My bad. So I'll go get that now, along with whatever random Portuguese groceries and things I can find. This place might look familiar. This is the Continente that was in the previous Porto video. It's, again, just to remind you, it's kind of like a Walmart or Walgreens. Well, more like a Walmart if you're ever in the US. Check it out. They have EA wine. You can download the rest of the wine for a small fee. Spicy chorizo. I don't think I've ever seen this one. This is new. I'm not going to say what I thought this said when I first looked at it, but I definitely thought of something. Just a reminder, one of the national dishes is the salted cod. This is one of the big things you have to do if you come to Portugal. Okay, so I found a new Kit Kat, but this one was not particularly interesting to me. My girlfriend, though, might actually benefit from this. She has dietary issues. She might be able to enjoy Kit Kats again. So I gave the vegan Kit Kats to my girlfriend. She looked at the ingredients, and she started laughing. She's like, it contains both gluten and dairy. It is very much not vegan. So it's just like a straight up lie. Okay, on behalf of all Americans, we would never do this. You don't put cucumbers on a hot dog. You don't put hot dogs in a jar and put a bunch of liquid in them. This is definitely not American style. I call fraud. Shenanigans on this. Shenanigans, I say. So they actually have these like lime Coca-Colas here, which I've had them in Poland and they're amazing. But this is only this like zero sugar version, which I imagine won't be very good, but it's interesting to see it in stock, even though it's not really it. And they also have this like Fanta contest where you have to like guess what the Fanta is. This is a thing. You can get a pig's face and take this and eat this. Yes, this is pig face. See, there's its nose. There's the ear. Pig face. This is the home of my mortal enemy, pickles. Look at that. They even branded on stuff that has been near pickles that aren't pickles and has just been destroyed. It's really sad, actually. This is a reminder slash a PS. On the previous time we were here, I was showing you guys this Guaranja stuff, but there's another company that makes it called these guys. And then Fanta, which is Coca-Cola themselves, makes a version of it too. What we determined was this is still the GOAT, this is the Michael Jordan, and these are high school students. They don't even belong on the team. Not good. Amazing. Get the real one. So I decided to get some potato chips. I'm going to let you guess which one I got. So here's your choices. From the gourmet section, the Lay's regular gourmet. The, I don't know, I can't pronounce it, but it's basically prosciutto. It's like a ham type of flavor. We got like a black truffle mushroom type of flavor, red pepper, and veal, aka calf, baby cow meat flavored. Anybody want to guess? Go ahead, take a second, write down in the comments what you think it is, and the winner is that. Yes, of course it was. That sounds awesome. So I'm rolling along here with my partner, and you're going to explain what it's like to drive in Portugal, who's currently, operating a car.
So Portugal is really nice and easy to drive in. Especially you're going to get a whole lot of benefits if you want to work out your sphincter. Just pump it with all of the things happening. Yeah, I think that benefits your that area of your body a lot.
There's something going on here. Portuguese drivers are kind of insane. Like it's just a lot of telling me stories about her dad, like pulling guns on people. Like there's something up with Portuguese drivers, and I think that's actually why people in New Jersey are totally insane as drivers too, because they're basically direct descendants. I think that's just what went down. So I thought these were awesome. Apparently, my partner in crime here did not, but I really enjoyed these. Overwhelming meat flavor. But since I don't eat this meat traditionally, I guess to me it was just enjoyable. Good morning. I'm thinking it's day 2. It's hard to keep track in Portugal. I'm back with Tiago. You guys remember him from the other videos that we did, you were just in the Porto video. That was a fun one. We had a good time adventuring around, getting food and buying stuff. It sounds like, what's the plan today?
Well, first of all, we're getting burgers because food is good. Then I'll take you around some other places in Porto you haven't been to yet.
So basically the plan is to adventure around and get food and buy things just like last time. We'll have new things, I promise. Today we're going to try burgers, though, like you said. I mean, we've been doing some traditional Portuguese stuff. Now we're doing more like, I don't know if you would call it Americana, but it looked good.
Yeah, it's a place, I think they're Brazilian, and they just, made a tiny little place in an old commercial gallery thing. It's super hidden, super hole in the wall, but it's so damn good.
That makes a lot of sense, because my girlfriend was preemptively checking out the menu, because I have to bring stuff back, because that's, you're supposed to do that. You got to be cool. And she was like, they have their version of loaded fries. Loaded fries is very much an American idea, but she's like, they use Brazilian cheese, which tells me something. I want that, which we can't get her because it'll be mush by the time she gets it. But burger, we'll get a burger. It'll be good. Anyway, we're going to have the loaded fries because we're actually here. We showed up. Okay, our food has arrived. What do we got here? What's going on?
So these are a Brazilian version of loaded fries, which in this case is literally fries, Brazilian kind of cheese, catupiry, and crispy bacon.
That's bacon.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we've got our burgers, which are very fancy. They have our names on it and a little winky face. Ooh, yeah. All right, so which one did you get here?
Triple smash.
Triple smash. And I got the artisanal, which is full of stuff that I put on there. Barbecue sauce, well-cooked meat, cheddar, bacon, lettuce, tomato. Yeah. Yours looks really good, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we just came out of there. I thought it was pretty good. Obviously, you like it. You're a tad biased, but I mean, has your opinion changed?
No, it's always excellent.
Yep.
Always.
See, I like the burger, but those fries, those were a different level. Those were really good. He's right. I don't know what the cheese really is. We were trying to look it up, and it was like the same type of stuff you put into, I guess, a cheesecake.
Yeah, they call it cream cheese in Portuguese.
It's not cream cheese. Not as we think of it.
In Portuguese, it's requeijão. In Brazilian, it's catupiry. It's really weird.
It's all I know is it was good.
Yeah. It's a type of cream cheese, and it's damn good.
Yeah, it doesn't taste anything like cheesecake. It's kind of similar as to, like, I guess what they put in it, but it doesn't taste anything like that. Either way, really good. Highly recommend the fries for sure. Burger was fine. It was good. But those fries, man. The fries. All right, what is this place called?
Well, it used to be Jumbo. Now it's Ocean.
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 Like the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ocean. That's how you spell ocean, everybody.
It's a supermarket, but it has a cash converters built into it. So let's see if there's anything good.
So they have various like DVD players and things like that. This one caught my eye. There's a brand called Denver. All right, Americans. Get a good laugh out of that because I'm just as confused as you are. So we found random things. We actually found some good deals on Sega stuff, which is a little surprising. Saturn games, a Mega Drive Model 2. PS2s that are actually pretty affordable. Vitas that are surprisingly affordable. Switches, 3DS, 360s, stuff like that. Some games. I haven't fully gone through these, but we have already found the best game ever.
I think it's driver's ed kind of game.
Now, does it teach you about roundabouts? It looks like it does.
It looks like it does.
It does. It teaches you about roundabouts because those are not very common. Yeah, that's how you know this is a European exclusive. We would not have a game with roundabouts. Okay, so I have a question for you. It's very serious. I need to know the answer to this. So if you guys saw the previous one, this pastry here, this is like the Porto pastry. Traditionally called a pastel de Belém because Belém's a city, right? What is the difference between that and a pastel de nata?
Controversial opinion, pastel de nata that is made in Belém is a pastel de Belém, but they're the same.
So what is nata? Is it a town?
No. Nata is literally cream.
So this is basically just cream pastry.
A cream custard,
and they're calling it like pastry of Belém, the city.
Yeah. Because they're fancy like that.
So they just want all the credit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As long as we know that. See, this is what people out there. You guys need to know this stuff.
I think these cookies are racist.
Okay, so you guys noticed barbecue sauce isn't too big here. They've got Heinz. This is kind of the only one I've ever seen here. I don't even know if I see the classic barbecue in the U.S. because there's just so many different versions. Meanwhile, over here, I don't think I've ever seen any of these, ever. Curry mango sauce, that stuff, 3 pepper. I mean, yeah, yellow mustard we got. But these 3 in particular, there's Caesar up there. But Heinz specifically, correct me, my fellow Americans, I don't remember ever seeing a curry mango sauce or 3 pepper sauce in the U.S. by Heinz. Dude, look at this one. We got truffled eggs from the gourmet line. It's like bleeding yolk. Look at that. So we're going through cereals here. We've got Kellogg's Zimmies, whatever that is.
Like the saddest cereal ever.
We've got Meal Pops, Meal Nuts, which is hilarious in English, Bumpies, Sugar Flakes, which is oddly normal, Cheerios Mel, which is basically Honey Nut Cheerios, except these are not gluten-free. The standard American one is gluten-free. So we got Cow Flakes.
Gluten-free because we like our fiber.
Apparently. We got Chooks, Cow Croc, and my personal favorite, we got Jumblies, which is kind of dirty and hilarious. Some with lot, and some with the gout. I like any cereal that admits it's going to give you a drug problem. Look at that. Check it out. We found green cheese. This is like straight out of a Dr. Seuss bit. It's kind of awesome, actually. So we're kind of wandering around. We're looking at stuff. And we observed, and he pointed this out, that the soda selection in Portugal tends to be very limited. No craft sodas, really. You just kind of have your Coca-Cola, maybe a Pepsi.
Even
although we did...
stuff,
yeah.
like, kind of weak.
We did find that lime Coke, that was nice, but beers, you guys got a lot more of these. Like, clearly, based on this aesthetic, this has got to be the big local one, right? That or Superbock.
Sagres is the big local one in the south,
Okay.
and Superbock is the big one in the north.
So what about mini crystals?
For the indecisive, I guess.
Okay. There you go, guys. You have some beer choices. Okay, so what's this?
Umbungu. This is pretty much the national fruit. You usually find it more in the tiny Tetra Packs. You can actually get one of these with your Happy Meal at McDonald's here in Portugal. And yeah, it's pretty much the national fruit juice.
Can you say the name of it again?
Umbungu.
Okay, so I'm glad you pronounced that like Boss Nass, because in Phantom Menace, there's a line where he says, "We give you umabongo," and he's referring to the ship.
Yes.
That's immediately what I thought of when I saw the name of that. What year is it here, by the way?
We are a few years behind yet.
Okay, because that game came out in like 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure you knew that. Tiago went to the bathroom, so I'll show you what we picked up here. I got an espresso thing. This is a Portuguese brand. I could have gone with Starbucks, but I didn't. We got some caramel Kit Kats. We have Crunch Bars, but these are like special biscuit ones. They have biscuit bits inside. I give some of these to my cousins. We got Coconut Lion Bars. These are really good. This one was called a Blonde Lion Bar. It was a limited edition. It has like caramel and other stuff in it. This was really, really good. Basically, the sticker just says these are discontinued. They're not making them anymore, so like get rid of them. So I bought 2 packs. They were like half off, I guess. And then we got these. Those like after dinner mints, but this is like the mojito in mint flavor. Never saw that before. Also got some gluten-free soy sauce for the girlfriend, as well as a margarita pizza that is gluten-free and lactose-free, because I want good boyfriend points.
So right now we're in a mall called Via Catarina. It's built right next to one of the busiest streets in Porto, and it was basically made to capitalize on that. It used to be, I think, factory grounds, and now it's basically, a mall, a food court, and stores, basically.
So it used to be really old, so it looks old on the outside, but...
Yeah, they still kept some of the old building, like, facades. Most of them are fake, obviously, but yeah, they tried to keep the look a little bit.
So basically it's an old-looking mall, but it's actually new.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're in Portugal and you're looking for the bathroom, there's a good chance it might actually be called this. This is WC. It actually means water closet. That's often what they refer to it as. So in that case, it's the woman's room, the men's room is on the other side. But yeah, if you're just exploring, you're like, where's the bathroom? I don't see a sign for it. Just keep an eye out for something labeled WC. That's pro tip. So we're now back in a CEX. We were actually in this one in the previous video, but they've added a Mega Drive Model 2. It's weird. We've seen a Mega Drive Model 2 at like every used store we've been to on this trip. I don't know what that's about, but this is the only other time we've seen a Mega CD Model 2, which was the same one we saw last time. So that can go on that, but not for that price. PS5s haven't gotten any cheaper. Wow. So this is random as hell. Shenmue, of course, my favorite video game franchise of all time. This is the Brazilian copy, which makes some sense finding it in Portugal. But what's hilarious about this is I just imported this from Brazil like a month ago. It would have been cheaper to get it here because this is used at 12 euros. I paid about the equivalency, about 20 euros. It's not like I paid a lot more for a new one, but it's just kind of funny to actually see it because first instinct was, oh, okay, it's Portuguese. That makes sense. Then I noticed it said Brazil on the back. Then I remembered the Brazilian rating system, and I was like, oh, somebody went to effort to get this here. And I totally would buy it, except I have it. So there you go. Just bizarre oddity coincidence.
All right, and that'll do it for part 1 of this 3-part series. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned as Tiago and I will continue our adventures wandering around Porto. Of course, we'll find more food. And the girlfriend and I, of course, will also do the exact same thing. So it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the social media stuff in the description. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, etc. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all later.